I'm sitting here talking to Michael, and who's just got this incredible presence about him. He's tough as nails in business, but he's got something about him that you know he has a beautiful family, and been learning about his 12-year-old son. So Michael, tell me first of all, what 6 words describe your life?
Leaving lives better than they were.
So, leaving lives better than they were. So tell me a little bit about when you were growing up. What was it about your childhood or about some significant event? What's a seminal point in your life where you decided that having a life that included service was important?
Probably the most formative experience for me in my life was growing up when my mother raised 5 kids by herself.
Wow, were you the oldest?
No, I was the 4th of 5 kids.
Wow.
My mother, gave unconditionally to us. And did a lot of amazing things to make sure her family landed and succeeded in life. And so from that, I think that was inspirational for me, a really important part of kind of who I am, not only as a person, but as a business leader.
Right. And you've basically had one job for the majority of your career. I know you've been with Edwards just for a long time and are recently looking for something to be able to dial in to give service to another group of folks.
Yeah.
Tell me about something at Edwards where this 6 word that describes your life really kind of helped in a difficult situation.
Yeah, I would say, the last 11 years have been in positions of leadership, right? And I think that, as a leader of teams, this idea of servant leadership and giving to others is really critical.
Right.
And I can attribute quite a few different times, both successfully and not, when I was applying those principles, and they either worked in my favor or was going against the current, as they say.
Right. So tell me about someone at Edwards or another one of your companies that was really inspirational, that kind of set this early in your career to be the leader that you are today.
I've had unbelievable mentors in my life. Paul Turnley, for instance, was a gentleman who I came to work for him, he was a regional director when I was in Buffalo, New York. And he just had this really great way of being able to listen intently and then take a 20-minute conversation and sum it up in 3 or 4 words.
Wow. And
those 3 or 4 words were often, were formative and were focused and would make you feel like, the next step was right in front of you.
Right. And in services, not just in the business world, but obviously a big part of why people go into medical devices to be able to serve humanity and patients. Can you tell us a story about a time where you went above and beyond, where it maybe saved someone's life or saved someone's quality of life?
One of the most, I think, formative experiences I've had in commercializing technology was 2001. We had launched a product that was helping resuscitate patients with sepsis and septic shock.
Right.
And so my father chose to have his colorectal surgery done in a community hospital, and so lo and behold, of course, he had an anastomotic leak, and that led him to become septic.
Oh, wow.
And so then here I was, early in my infancy as a representative for Edwards, newly minted sepsis guru, after 6 or 8 months at after a national sales meeting launch, and here I was recognizing inflammation characteristics and watching the staff really more concerned with managing his blood pressure than really looking at him holistically. And so I had to advocate for my dad.
Wow.
And so that was this really important moment when, you better be right.
Right.
And then I realized, that happens every day.
And on the flip side, you want to leave the world a little bit better than you found it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the legacy 20 years from now that you want people to be saying when they're sitting in their chair talking about their mentor?
Yeah, actually, I think back, I think forward, actually. And I look at, who's in the room when I turn 80. And so I stand up and I raise a glass. And I certainly hope my wife Molly's there, and she loves me as much as the day she met me. And that my son is there. Matthew says, you're a wonderful father, and you've had a real impact on the man I am. And that the room is filled with the rest of the folks that, through my business relationships, I've made them feel like they could do more than they thought they could. And as a result, it's a joyous occasion, and clearly I'm healthy enough to stand up and raise that glass.
Well, I hope I've invited to that 80th birthday party 45 years from now. So, Michael, thank you so much for spending time with us, and I've enjoyed knowing you in real life for a while now, and it's delightful to catch you back up with you here in San Diego.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Thanks
again.